So you have some things other than mango too. What fruits are you growing besides mango? I see a few, like right over here, and of course bananas, and papaya. Yeah. So have you had any problems with the bananas with the cold weather?
Not at all.
So you get, good production from them and everything?
Yes, ma'am. This wall that I talk about often, I'm right next to the East-West Expressway, and it creates a microclimate back here, and this little spot is very humid and tropical. So even when we get the north wind, the wind out of the north in the wintertime, back here is always 5 or 10 degrees warmer. And
that was what we immediately noticed when we drove in, is that you've got this big wall that often happens in cities next to big highways, and so you're sunk down like, is it 20 or 25 feet above where the top of the wall is? Yeah. And so that not only is it block wind, but it heats up a lot during the day with the sun and stuff. So you've got, like I said, a microclimate. That's great.
We have loquats, about 4 different kind of lychees. We have longan. We have 3 different types of Florida peaches. Different varieties of plums from different islands. Jamaican hog plum, the red one, the yellow one, and the yellow-green one. A little bit of everything. Probably about 7
and
or 8.
And you have some citrus too. Yeah, I don't.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yes.
We're jealous because we can't really grow citrus down in South Florida anymore because of the diseases and such.
Yeah, and it's kind of up here as well. But they, I just keep them around. They don't give much.
So you got pineapples, of course.
Yes, a ton of pineapples, different places, and actually, in this loquat tree right here is a new variety to the United States. Chris, this one actually get the size of an orange.
Wow.
Yes, it's one of only 3 trees in America.
How about that?
3 in America, and the guy that was able to get it here, he said, I recognize that you value trees and you're a tree lover, and I know you'll do the right thing. He told me, hey, don't propagate it, don't put it out. I brought it to America, and I'm like, okay, cool. But this one...
Well, you should try to at least graft it in another area of your property in case something happens to this. You have a backup. Because I try and do that with one-of-a-kind things because, it's just like a little insurance policy.
Okay. I'll sure.
And they're easy to graft, too.
Okay.
Loquats are.
I'm going to try that next week.
Yeah, well, you got to grow a seed, or unless you have another variety of loquat. Yeah, you did right over here.
That one,
so you could make one branch of that. Could be that. It'd be enough to have your insurance.
Okay, that would be fine. And then I actually have one in the back as well. And this is my specialty row here. These are my babies here. This is orange essence.
Looking really nice.
Yeah, that's orange essence, and this is pina colada, orange sherbet. Yeah.
Looks like you get some fruit this year. You look pretty substantial.
Yeah.
Well, next year actually.
Yeah.
This coming season, yeah.
Yeah, and I actually, I'm taking this tree down because from here, it was branched out all out here. Everything in this row didn't give me any fruit this year.
Yeah, too much shade, you think?
Yeah, I think so. So I'm in the process. My brother and I are actually in the process of cutting it down. We're just doing a little bit by little bit. And in the next couple of months, we look for that to be completely gone because I got nothing off of nothing in this row at all. And that was a lesson learned.
Yeah, you don't want to be taking care of mangoes that just look pretty. You gotta earn their keep, right?
That's right. Absolutely.
So what else do you have going on? It looks like you have certain work areas and stuff back here.
Yeah, actually,
I mean, this is part of. Is this all like the 3 lots that you were talking about that your grandmother had?
Well, we got on the other side of that fence, which we'll go on the tour in a second here. On the other side of that fence, and then we got from the fence to right on the other side of this ladder, and then from the other side of the ladder that way.
Okay.
And from the other side of the ladder that way was actually property of the city, but they couldn't do anything with it because
it was boxed in by other property, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they finally a couple of years ago sent me a letter saying, "Hey, it's yours." So,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like those kind of letters.
Yes.
I haven't gotten one yet, but I'd like it.
Yeah, actually, so I'm getting ready. I'm gonna clear all those trees out as well, and I'm gonna take it. I already got one planted back there, which is cotton candy, and I'm gonna take it as far back as I can go, all the way to the edge.
Well, that's terrific.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks. I mean, it seems like that's going to be like an acre of land. Is that about what you think, or?
I was saying 3/4, but it might
of an
be.
acre?
I'm always guessing.
Yeah, it's hard to, because it's a different shape because of the road, so it's hard to guess it, but definitely a lot of room to play.
Yes, and I keep this here so I can bring my truck back here.
Right, yeah.
I've been tempted, I've been tempted to go ahead and plant it, but I like being able to drive my truck back here, and when I'm bringing new soil.
Right, yeah, it's you got to have a path to get in and out, and so that's definitely. It's hard to have the dead space, but it's good to have. I mean, you don't want to. 20 years from now, you don't want to have to haul something out in a little wheelbarrow that you could have just popped into the truck, right?
Exactly. So you want to?
Yeah. Let's go take a look at everything. That'd be great.
Okay. Yeah, that's good old lemon meringue there. Yeah. So the property goes back this way, and from the ladder all the way to the fence, this was the city, and so I came down as far as here, and what I'm doing, I'm just slowly working my way that way.
So is this a house over here?
Yes, there's actually a couple of them.
Okay, because I didn't see any windows on this side, so it's...
Well, you got the house and the storage. I'm sorry.
I see. So that's the storage there, okay.
Yes, and I got grapevines over here.
The muscadine grapes?
Muscadine grapes, yeah. Got sugar apple here, but these are the grapevines, and how I actually got it set up is I had it set up so you can walk down this path until I planted this tree here.
You got a little obstacle there.
Yes. You can walk down this way and getting some, then you walk through, and then you come back down the other side.
And you got them all picked.
Exactly.
Is Barbados Cherry here in the pot?
Yes, and it's normally loaded this time of year. And actually, when I came, I've been gone for a couple of weeks, and I came back in town, and it was low on water, and so I recently gave it some water so it can get back going, because those they just pop out cherries all year. Look like at least half a year.
Yeah, that probably, because it dried out, it probably trigger another bloom now that you watered it. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
And your sugar apples are looking pretty nice. They're look like they're a few years old in the ground.
Yeah, so. They are, and they give me 2 or 3 every year, and I'm good with that. Eventually, I'll probably get a few more because I really like them. I'm trying to get into the Adamoyas a little bit more. That is.
A lot of interesting things in the Annona family. So it's like up here, in this part of the state, you could probably grow some of the stuff that grows in the tropical mountains and such too. So like there's different varieties. I don't think you can grow Carambola, but we can't grow it in South Florida, but because it needs a little more chill. But you try it out, see what grows and whatever.
I'm always experimenting. Now, one of the things that I was into big time, and I got so deep into the mangoes I neglected, and that was my sugarcane. Chris, I had 17 different varieties of sugarcane.
Wow.
And
did you get some of those through Sergio? Because Sergio was big into sugarcane varieties, right? Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. And those that I didn't get from him, and my wife, actually, she just pulled up, but I used to drive her crazy because what I would do is I would drive around to neighborhoods of people that's from the islands. And
see what they have.
Yep. Knock on the door. I got $5 for a stalk of your sugarcane. And most of the time when you meet people that's like us, they just, oh, okay, you go ahead, get a stalk. And so, yeah, each bed is a different kind, and I got some in pots. I got 2 varieties that are actually is paper soft. I mean, you can have no teeth. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. Actually,
so I'm seeing hay over here. What do you do with that?
Actually, that is actually for the dogs. Yeah.
Okay, you feed them that? Yeah, I know the barbecue's smelling good, but here, have some hay. It tastes almost the same. Bedding for when they're outside.
Yeah, and they're the ones, because one of the questions that I get often is, what do you do about the animals that come to eat the fruit?
You have the dogs.
The dogs.
Yeah.
And they are. I got a couple of little stumps out here, and so when it's prime fruit season, when they were puppies, I used to let them just run around, but they're adults now, so I just put them out, and they bark, and when they bark, the coons and stuff, they just run up the tree, the squirrels and everything. But what I found this year is that they've gotten wise to the dogs can only go so.
Yeah, they know their limit. Okay, they can only go this far on the leash, and then
Yep.
So you got to go to Plan B here.
Plan B for sure. But yeah, you sugarcane beds, mango trees, Juliet, honey kiss. This is Denise, Romani, June plums. I actually have a Caimito.
All right.
Yeah, can you believe it? It's actually living. It's actually living up here, and it's been living for 3 years.
It looks like it's grafted, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. A friend of mine purchased it for me, and she's like, I don't do too good, that far up. And
so far, so good.
So far, so good. Yep. And this is one of my grafting areas right here. I got, little trees here and little trees here and little trees here. And
oh, great.
Yeah, and I like to sit out here. I pull a chair up, and
that's good to keep them off the ground, because I always find things jump in the pots when they're on the ground. So
yeah,
get them up, and you keep eyeing them, and you got the shelves that lets water through. So you have to only keep a little bit of an eye on them, probably, and otherwise they're good.
Yes, ma'am.
And it looks like your neighbors are big into green things over there too.
They are. That whole street of people from the islands. Either they're from Trinidad, Jamaica, or Haiti. So they love being neighbors to me. They love it.
Lots of stuff growing in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Even when I had chickens, they had no problems. They was like, oh, go ahead. I know you're gonna get mangoes and this, that, and the other. So great, absolutely great neighbors. Got some baby jackfruit that ain't doing the very best, and a lot of times in the summertime when it get really rough up here, I'll take the little baby trees that I'm trying to grow up, and I'll put them in. I'll go get these little swimming pools about this time of year, because
they're on sale.
Exactly.
Get the little ones for $1.
Yeah. And I snatch them up, and because in the summertime it could really, really be rough, and you don't always have time to water everything, especially like see, Chris.
Yeah, it's looking pretty.
Yeah, this is Jamaican hog plum, the yellow variety right here. Different pineapple pleasure. This is a seedling from a keat that I grabbed it from a friend. A variety he started. Buttercream, creme brulee, oak rung. This is the other Jamaican hog plum This is the one, Chris, that's really super sweet. It's red, and they grow so easily from cuttings. You just break a branch, stick it in the ground, and they grow up, and they're so sweet. They're fruity, like a fruit punch.
Amazing. Yeah, this one is, I don't know if it's just this area of your place or not, but this is really, really green compared to that one.
I just put it there.
Okay.
Yeah, I just took it out of the pot. It's been in the pot for 3 years. Yeah, so
a little transplant adjustment.
Yep. Yep. That's potting station over there.
So is that a former part of the house that you just converted to, sort of a useful area?
Well, that was a storage shed that my grandmother had, and I started cleaning it up when I got the property, and I just had a thought. I went on YouTube on my channel, and I asked the subscribers, I said, what do y'all think? Should I tear it on down? And they, I was surprised that most of them said, no, that's a part of the history.
Yeah, it's fun. You've got a nice concrete floor, which is always nice to work on, and you've got some walls. It seems like a great place to, you got store stuff and to work and such.
Yeah,
I like that. It's you can always tear it down sometime, but it's hard to build it back.
That's right.
You gotta have a place to put all that. So I think that's a good thing.
Might as well be that.
I have to tell your subscribers, good job. That's a good recommendation.
I know, right? I'm so glad. And this is your test pollock you sent me.
All right, that is doing great.
Hey, didn't it? I know you was like, oh, Kevin, is grafted really high. I don't care. I want it on the property. So it's no longer like this. It has grown all the way. I'm so proud of that thing. It is doing this thing. It certainly is. And this is Mango Alley.
Mango Alley.
This is Mango Alley. That is actually, I got to give you the history on this tree. This one, and one on the other side are the three first ones that I got. This was supposed to be an oak rung tongue, and this one a Bailey's marble, and the other one Namdok Mai.
That doesn't look like Bailey's over there.
That thing.
I don't grow okra, so I don't know what that compares to. I mean, I don't have anything to compare it to.
I had somebody that came out and took samples and took them to a school. He was like, no, Kevin, she didn't sell you. I was like, okay, all right, well.
I mean, presumably they're going to make good mangoes. If not, you can always cut back and top work, right?
I've been top working.
All right.
I've been grafting. I've been top working.
Got your mango trees that were mislabeled.
Yes. Got a few Java macabre. This was a tangerine tree that was here way back when my grandmother was here.
Does it still make fruit? It looks like it probably does.
It does.
Not much though.
Yeah, it's on its last leg.
But that's cool to have a three generation tree.
Yes.
Got your moringa.
Yeah, got two of those trees. That's where the chickens used to be. The coons got me, and that's
papaya. The
tree.
Base of that tree is huge.
Lemon guava, Glen, Thai guava. This is a Florida peach tree, Florida Grande. That's Florida Grande right there. Sugarloaf, Carry, and that's the tree that fell down on the other side there. That's the other half of the pecan tree that fell.
Oh my!
Yeah, last week while I was actually out of town, but we slowly working getting it out of here, man.
Well, it looks like it's practically compost now. You can rake it out, rake it around,
Exactly. We got, this is a pineapple from Africa.
Yeah, that's a whole different kind of leaf kind of look. You know, it looks like it's much nastier.
It will bite you real good.
Yeah, you go too close to that and you know it.
Yeah, this is peach. This is mango, peach cobbler. I've noticed that peach cobbler does a heck of a lot better in buckets. I have peach cobbler a few places on the property, and the ones that's in the ground, hardly anything. This one that's in the bucket, it does its thing. So like ice cream, this one does better in the pot, you know, on this property. Yeah, Maha Chinook, CAC.
Yeah, CAC, yeah.
Yeah, according to the guy that I got this from, he's from over on the other side of the world. He said this is the original CAC, and so I'm taking his word for it. And
yes, have you gotten fruit from it yet?
No.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. And I actually put a graft on there just to
insurance.
This is Grumichama cherry from Brazil. This is a mulberry tree my mom planted that was actually up by the house, and I moved it out here, and I didn't have the heart to get rid of it.
Yeah, you can always cut it back and you know, get more. It seems to be the young growth that gets the fruit.
Yes. This is Graeme, my largest mango tree.
Yeah.
I have to fight so hard with this tree. I have to really use fungicides on this, because if not, I'll lose my crop every year. I fought hard this year because the last 2 years I didn't get anything, and so this year I stayed on top of it. I promised myself I would, and I got a couple hundred.
Wow, that goes from 0 to a couple hundred. No complaints there, right?
Yep, and they were good, and that's Graeme, Longan, Longan, Malika, which is shaded out now. Malika with a couple of grafts. I grafted here. I did.
So what'd you put on it?
I did pina colada. I did right here, orange sherbet, pina colada, and what else was there? Orange sherbet, and I think orange essence, and they are different spots on here. Some took, and then I really wasn't a fan of Malika, and so I just started top working it. And
yeah, that's one variety that it depends a lot on where it's grown as far as what it tastes like.
Okay.
And so, you know, this could just not be a good place for Malika to flourish. Not because of you're taking great care. It's just the different environments and the soils and stuff. Right. And so I know some places in South Florida, they don't, you know, people don't like the fruit that's in their yard, and they come to go to other groves to actually buy the fruit because they like the fruit when it's grown in other areas.
Yes.
So anyway, you know, it's easy to just change it over to something you like better. So yeah.
The Angies I got from you last year, year before last, they were delicious, and the ones that I got from my friend, I want to throw them across I want to slay them.
You always have the seed though, right?
This is a seedling star fruit.
Yeah.
And also in the same thing is some pigeon pea.
Yeah, right here's the pigeon pea.
Growing up. They doing their thing. This tree is about 3 years old, 4 years old, something like that. And I just been letting it do its thing.
Have you gotten fruit from it yet?
Nah, not yet. Hopefully.
They can get really big, so you might want to, you know, make sure it doesn't go too tall.
Okay, so I need to trim it back a little bit.
Yeah, I think it would be good. You know, this year you're not going to get any fruit anyway, and so yeah, if you cut it back, and then you'll have reachable fruit sometime. Okay. It's got 2 different trunks, so you could cut one of them way back and let the other one grow, and then, you know, cut the other one next year or something like that. Okay. Just, I mean, it's a pretty tree. You know, the Carambola, when it flowers and fruits, but you just don't want to have a monster.
There go fruit, Chris.
Oh, all they needed to do was be here, huh? Yeah, look at that. That's great. Here you go, Scott.
Oh my goodness.
Right
There's
there.
a couple actually.
There's 3 right there.
Oh my.
Okay.
Oh look.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are a little bigger up there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, it's like being present for the birth.
I know, right?
Get out.
All right.
Yeah.
So those are going to develop pretty quickly. I'm guessing that in like probably January you'll get some fruit. So you gotta.
You might not want to cut it back yet.
Yeah, wait until but you have a good opportunity to do half at a time. But you know, if you're going to do the other half first, or check the other half.
So where do you suggest that I cut it in?
They
What do you
grow
think?
so fast that if this side doesn't have any fruit, I would cut it back to like here.
Okay. Done deal.
And you know, it will just sprout out all over the place. So yeah, you can, and it's another variety of fruit that grafts very easily. So you can, you know, when the new shoots come out, if you have somebody, you know, can get you a piece of graft wood, just stick it on there, and you'll have two varieties. You know. And
I think what happened, I think this tree heard you were coming.
yeah. It got scared and decided it had to do something real
This tree
fast.
heard that y'all were coming, and this tree said, I'm going to do something really quick. That is so neat. This is one of my first mango trees, Namdok Mai, and it gives me fruit every year right here.
So it's like you're a football player.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Right there, every year. And I talk to her, and I'm like, come on, you can do better than
you
that.
can spread the wealth.
Yeah, I get fruit right here. I mean, they hang down right there, and that's just that. And I don't know what's going on, but I know she will eventually. It'll do its thing, for sure. Right next
They get
to
more
it.
sugarcane over here.
Yeah, a variety, a juicing variety. Then you got Venus, and then you got a seedling over there. That's a seedling right there. I was down your way, knocked on somebody's door. It looked kind of like a key. I grabbed it, and I've been growing it for 6 years, but I've been cutting it back. And finally this year, I made my mind up that I wasn't going to cut it back. I was just going to let it go ahead and start getting a little bit more height. And so that's what happened with that one. So that's a seedling. And if it turned out to be good, I'll name it after my daughter. If not, I'll chop it and top work it.
Well, great. Well, thanks very much for showing us your huge collection back here, and it's like a little secret fruit forest back here. So that is really fun. It was unexpected because from the street, you know, it looks like a very small piece of property, but then it just expands, and so you know, it's you've done a great job with planting things and keeping everything really healthy, and so I think that I know it's helpful to a lot of people because you've got pretty good subscribers on your YouTube channel, and it's growing, and you know, you're really committed to the fruit trees, and that just is contagious. So I think anyway, thank you very much, Kevin. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Chris. Y'all, thank y'all for coming. This has made my end of the year and all the next year, and I tell y'all are welcome to come back whenever you want. Thank you.
Well, thanks.